If a girl tells you, I know you can get any girl you want, you have massive, massive attraction. And she is probably thinking about having sex with you. Her thought is, I know you can get any girl you want, but I want to be the next girl that gives it to you. Or more likely, I want to be the only girl that gives it to you. Welcome to the Unapologetic Man podcast. The only podcast that's all about self-improvement, confidence, success, women, and being a man without making any apologies for it. What is up, you legends? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the UMP. I super appreciate you boys, and we got a lot to get through. Let's go ahead and jump into it. 8 signs that a girl wants to have sex with you. And you get these signs, boys, I know you're going to be excited. You're going to get a boner the size of the Statue of Liberty, and you're going to want to have a festival in her vestibule because you are about to get laid. Sign number 1, gentlemen, she physically touches you first. Pretty obvious, not necessarily a definitive sign that she wants to have sex with you, but they get a little touchy when they're getting horny. When the snail trail starts ariseth, they start to toucheth your armeth because they are getting hornieth and they want your red helmeted warrior inside of them. And they are thinking about you sexually. So she's going to light touch your arm. She's going to playfully hit you. She's going to find a reason to touch your hand. This is a big sign of attraction and a big sign when paired with other signs that I'm about to review. And by the way, I'm giving you 10 rather than 8 because I always over-deliver. Telegraphs that she wants to have sex with you. Number 2, she finds excuses to be alone with you. She tries to get you away from her friends rather than tries to get you with her friends. She will begin by pulling you into a dark corner, for example. She will invite you to do something with you and her alone. And as I'm going to talk about in subsequent numbers, she finds a reason to invite you to her place, preferably late at night, which I'm going to talk about. And by the way, boys, stay tuned because the last 2 are really interesting. And I think a lot of you guys have missed these 2 and you're going to be like, oh my hell, that chick wanted to bone me, but I didn't pick up on the cues. So make sure to stay in tune until the end. By the way, you may be wondering why, like in every single episode, I say stay tuned until the end. It's because when you click out early, it destroys my statistics. So be a G, fluff my scruff, and stay on until the end, boys, because that really helps me statistically. And of course, I'm going to reciprocate by delivering the good information. Number 3, comments on your smell. Now, this one is really interesting because this is quite subconscious and it has to do with pheromones. When a woman is attracted to you, she will actually be attracted to your BO. And I'm not talking about Bo Jackson. I'm talking about your body odor. You smell like a fucking burnt taco that got shit on by a sumo wrestler. If you two are compatible, she will oftentimes get attracted to that. But more specifically, I'm talking about the smell of your cologne, the smell of your aftershave, and perhaps just your PO, your personal odor, not your BO, which reminds me of high school. We used to call this guy Bo Jackson because he had the worst fucking BO in the world. And he's like, yeah, you guys call me Bo Jackson because I hit home runs in baseball every recess. And we're like, nah, dude, it's because you have fucking BO. So control the BO. One way to do that is to shave your armpits. But interestingly, girls will actually become attracted to your BO. But again, more specifically, your cologne. If she comments on it, it's a sign of compatibility. It's a sign that she's thinking about you as more than just a friend. She's feeling sexually attracted to you and your smell becomes alluring to her. Think about the woman who's in love with the man who keeps one of his sweatshirts with her so she can smell him when he's not there. And this is true for you guys too. How many of you guys have swiped an article of clothing from a girl so that you could smell her later? And some of you sick motherfuckers have jacked panties from girls and wrapped it around your nose as you masturbated. And I'll tell you something, I used to live in Japan. I shit you not, bro, true story. They would sell used women's panties in vending machines. So guys could buy them and smell them as they masturbate. I'm telling you, man, smell is a really powerful thing. If she gets obsessed with your smell or even comments on your smell, it's a good sign that she might want to have sex with you. The next one, boys, has to do with what she says. And I have heard this so many times, it's unbelievable. She says, I don't usually do this, or I'm not usually this way. And the reason she's doing that is because, as I always talk about, emotions always trump logic. So yeah, she's usually not this way because usually she's not attracted and she's not being run by her emotions. But you, being the attractive man, have ramped up her emotions so much, her emotions are starting to take control. So her logical brain says, dude, what are you doing? We don't usually do this stuff. We're not usually this forward. We're not usually talking about sex the way you are. What are you doing? And she feels compelled to say it. I usually don't do this. I'm usually not that way. Or boys, and this is a huge one, a bonus one, she says, you're unlike other guys. If a girl tells you you're unlike other guys, which by the way, she should be telling you that by the end of the first date at the very most, you should be hearing that in the first conversation. If she's like, you're not like most guys, you're different, you could be like, here we go, dude. She's getting attracted. The snail trail hath begun. You're different, Brian. No, you want to get that dick. Are you into fitness? Fitness? Yeah, fitness, dick in your butt. I'm just kidding, boys. You know I fuck around. I love women. I respect them, but sex is fun, man. And I was actually talking to this person today. They're like, you manipulate women. And my rebuttal was, women have taught us through selection what they're attracted to. So I'm simply teaching guys how to be attractive to women. So if you think I'm teaching how to manipulate women, then blame women because they've shown us their preferences. I'm simply teaching guys how to allocate those preferences and display them to women. It's not my fault. If you're angry about anything, be angry at chicks because through evolution, this is what they prefer. And when they say, I don't usually do this, it definitely means she's attracted to you, and it probably means she wants to have sex with you. As a quick caveat, these alone don't usually mean altogether that she wants to have sex with you, but when you start seeing them in batches, it's a pretty damn good sign. All right, the next one, number 6, she gets visibly nervous or giggles in sexual tension moments. So one of the ways I teach my guys how to create sexual tension, and this is really easy, you guys can steal it, is you simply say, so why don't you have a boyfriend? I bet it's because you're a bad kisser, huh? This sets the precedence for her to start telling you why she's a good kisser. Thus, you start talking about sex. Thus, you start creating sexual tension. When that happens, if she gets really red and she starts giggling, and instead of completely shutting down, she wants to continue the conversation, it's a pretty good sign that she wants to have sex with you. Which goes into number 7, she will talk about sex with you. And oftentimes girls who want to have sex with you will figure out ways to bring it up. Now, not every single girl is like this. In fact, this will often kick off their slut defense mechanism. So this isn't like a must-have that she's talking about sex with you, but it's definitely a good sign. If she starts bringing it up, specifically if she starts trying to sell herself to you in the way of sexuality, like girls will always try to sell how good they are at giving blowjobs. That is such a telltale sign that I've heard a million times where girls are just like, oh, this guy told me once I give world-class blowjobs, and then I got a blowjob from this chick, and it felt like her fucking tongue was sandpaper. And I was like, oh my God, what guy told you that, dude? He must have been uncircumcised and had sheet of skin on his dick that was like alligator skin because your blowjobs are horrible, dude. It was one of the worst blowjobs I've ever gotten, and I've gotten a lot of bad ones. But if girls start telling you how good they are at sex, that's a clear sign that they're thinking about sex with you. They're going to bring it up. Talking about sex, really powerful. I teach my guys in my 3-month coaching program how to read the signs when she's ready to talk about sex. Then you can start talking about it, thus building sexual tension, which, as I always tell my boys, is like pouring gasoline on a fire. If you have a little bit of attraction and you can throw sexual tension into it, which I have a myriad of ways that I teach my guys, it ignites that smoldering fire into a freaking firestorm, dude. Like imagine just a little smoldering tinder bundle in your hand compared to the fucking entire mountain on fire. That's how much sexual tension can ramp up her sexual attraction for you, thus making her more likely to have sex with you. On the note of my 3-month coaching program, boys, I got yet another review. And as I'm typically doing lately, I'm waiting until the middle of the podcast to read it. Stay tuned. I'm literally going to read this in 20 seconds. We're going to continue, but the last 2 you'll definitely want to hear. This is from Cole. Cole, you're an absolute legend. He says, Mark, just wanted to thank you for letting me be a part of this program. The NLP was a game changer for me, almost so much that when I did the staircase protocol, I immediately started chasing side work so hard. That's what I really focused on for about a month to give my kids a good Christmas that they deserved. The program itself was worth every single penny. I can't thank you enough for the absolute mindfuck of NLP and the best dating advice I've ever gotten. It has truly been life-changing for me. My outlook on life has never been this exciting to see what the future holds for me. Thanks again, your friend Cole. Cole, thank you so much. And boys, if you want to experience that transformation as well, you know my information is legit, but have you really experienced the NLP yet? I give a few NLP protocols here and there, as you may have experienced in this podcast, but the real creme de la creme shit, my absolute best mind-changing, mind-remapping technology is saved for my boys in my 3-month coaching program. You can experience that too. Just apply below by clicking the link, put in your application, and you and I will talk. All right, back to the content. She asks leading questions about your preferences. Do you like this kind of girl? Do you like this kind of sexual position? How often do you like to have sex? Where have you had sex before? Where's the craziest place you've ever had sex? How many girls have you had sex with? They're going to try to get into your sexual psychology so that they can mimic what you're most preferential towards and get you attracted to them. I've been talking to chicks like completely innocuously, and they'll just ask me some out of left field question. One time I was talking to this chick and she's like, okay, I'm just going to say it. Do you like it dirty? And I was like, nah, I like to clean my car probably like once a week. I don't like dirty cars. She's like, no, silly sex. Do you like dirty sex? And I was like, dirty sex? What does that mean? And as I'm going to talk about in an upcoming episode that I actually just recorded before this one, and you should stay tuned for my next episode because it was an absolute banger, one of my favorite ones I've ever recorded. I was talking about how this girl was trying to get me to put it in her butt and I wouldn't do it because, as I said in that episode, in my opinion, it's a poop exit ramp only. So when she's like, do you like it dirty? I was like, not really, dude, just being honest with you. And we still had sex. So it's not a deal breaker if your preferences don't meet hers, but she will start bringing it up. The next one, boys, and this is so common, just like the I usually don't do this bullshit. She will say, I know you can get any girl you want. If a girl tells you, I know you can get any girl you want, you have massive, massive attraction. And she is probably thinking about having sex with you. Her thought is, I know you can get any girl you want, but I want to be the next girl that gives it to you. Or more likely, I want to be the only girl that gives it to you. There is nothing sexier to a woman who knows that her man could get any girl he wants, but he chooses her and he adores her. If you could be that dude, and you could become that dude if you join me in my 3-month coaching program, not only will you attract tons of women, you'll be able to choose from abundance, and the woman that you choose will stay with you. How many of you guys have considered that? Perhaps your strategy is just to be a podcast jockey, hoping you get enough skills to finally land a decent girl, but how are you going to keep her interested in you? I'm telling you, boys, women, even those in committed relationships, are always peripherally aware of the upgrade plan. And if you fuck up or you prove not to be attractive enough, she will leave you to upgrade to the next dude. You have to be the dude that women want to upgrade to. You have to be attractive to all women. That's the way to get a woman to stay with you. And by listening to podcasts, being a podcast jockey, buying like cheap PDFs, or praying to your savior at Our Lady of the Worthless Miracle Church ain't gonna cut it. For some of you, you need intrusive transformation. And that's exactly what we do in my 3-month coaching program. It's not just information, boys. It's a transformation. And the last one, boys, which is pretty obvious, but some of you guys even missed this one, is she invites you into her world, usually late at night. She invites you over to fix something for her. She invites you over to hang out, even though nobody's home, like her roommate's gone, and it's 8 p.m. at night, and she invites you over to have dinner. She's probably thinking about fucking you, especially if she cooks for you, which is another sign that a girl probably want to sleep with you. Doesn't mean she definitively wants to sleep with you. And don't get it twisted. Don't take like one of these and come on to a girl so strong saying like, well, you touched my arm and Mark Singh said that that's a sign of attraction. So I tried to fuck you and now you're suing me. I'm going to sue Mark because of what he told me. Hey guys, anything I say, it's your responsibility to use it wisely. But I will say, if you get a lot of these, particularly if she's inviting you over to her place late at night, or as I remember my buddy John Anthony, who I started this podcast with, he was on a date with a girl and she's like, do you have water in your apartment? She was just trying to get into his apartment because later they hooked up. So if you get these signs, and I'm going to go over them again in a second, you can be pretty sure that she wants to have sex with you. I would wait to get at least 3 of these signs, preferably 4 or 5, and then you could be like, okay, she's probably giving me the green light. We can go ahead and take it to Bone Town. Number 1, she physically touches you first. Number 2, finds excuses to be alone with you, isn't trying to bring her friends around. Number 3, comments on your smell. That's a big one. Number 5, she says, I don't usually do this, but... And then she starts finger blasting your butthole and you're like, oh, get out of my butthole, girl. I ain't that kind of dude. I don't like it dirty. Number 6, she gets visibly nervous or giggles in sexual tension moments. Her cheeks get flushed. She gets embarrassed, but she wants it, dude. She wants it. She's getting turned on. Number 7, she will talk about sex with you. Pretty obvious. Number 6, she talks about sex with you. Number 7, she asks leading questions about your preferences. Number 8, she calls you trouble or says you'll get me in trouble while smiling and laughing because she feels her logic slipping through her emotions. Number 9, she tells you, I know you can get any girl you want, which of course, boys, is true. You are the prize. And the last one, she invites you into her world, preferably late at night. Can you come over and close the door on my bathroom? I accidentally left it open. You're like, okay, let me come over and bring the bulk pack of condoms or the Mark Sing condom dispensing belt buckle, boys. Because I'll tell you what, especially if you come into my 3-month coaching program, you are going to need it. Do yourself a favor. Apply for that program right now. Let's talk. You're going to email with me directly. And if everything seems to be a good fit, you're going to get on a free 1-hour breakthrough NLP session with my partner, my bro, the girl magnet himself, and the NLP magnet himself, Victor Lynch, a guy who too has been through this program and a guy who too has the woman of his dreams because he was a trigger puller, just as I know you guys are. Tell you what, every application I get, I'm like, there's a fucking champion. And I'm not trying to use reverse psychology. I'm just showing you how much I respect you for, first of all, listening to a podcast like this one. But to those of you who apply to my program, massive respect. Guys who pull the trigger are guys who get success in life. And the smartest thing you could ever do with your money is invest it in yourself. A mentor told me that once. I've been doing it since, and it has been absolutely life-changing. So if you want that transformation, we're here for you, man. Fight shoulder to shoulder with us in the trenches. Join the Unapologetic Man Army and see what it's like to have sexual choice. Gentlemen, I super appreciate you listening. I drop podcasts on Mondays and Thursdays, so please stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you in the next episode. Hell yeah, dude. The ending was fucking sick.